Okay, so this is the update. It's my pantry shelf. Right now I'm starting to think it should be a tool shelf because it works pretty well. I just wanted to show you that these shelves actually do come out. It's not really made to be here. I could put an extra board to make adjustables like that, but that's not really the theme. So, I mean, I could just add one more little strip of wood, which I might do, but, and then these could be turned upside down in theory. That one sticks a little bit there, but they're just really made. I'm going to tie wire it. So they do move. Like I said before, these are for stability of frame structure. Same with that one. I could have ran a couple thinner boards across the middle and done more wire shelves. If I do another one, I literally might do that. Just run the 2x4s on the outside. Probably only make it that tall. Run some support down the middle to hold the thing together. And then just make like a somewhat heavy duty frame. And then some light slide in and out shelves in case you want to adjust it. So when I started this venture, I didn't really plan on doing that. I got higher and I'm like, I want some light in here. I want to be able to see what's above it, what's below it. If I put groceries on there or tools, whatever it's going to be. Originally, it was supposed to be a pantry shelf. Sometimes I think it might be a tool shelf. It could be a toy shelf for the kid. If I make a second one, it's going to be probably, this will be the whichever one looks nicer when it's done. This is kind of, I don't want to say ugly, but it's got its own beauty to it, but it's a little rougher looking. So this would be an ultimate tool shelf for me. A little bit nicer one, it might even make a small one to put in the house, a rolling toy shelf, or do the food pantry shelf in the house or in the garage. Make it a little smaller with the team. I just used a standard, basically starting out the 4-foot pre-cuts and then the 2-foot. Save me some saw cutting, and then as it got into it, the detail work and stuff, I decided, well, I want to hold the frame together good, and I could do the same thing, make the shelf maybe a little bit narrower, but I like the wide shelf for the garage for sure. I just like the wider shelf. You don't have to worry about it tipping as easy. 2 foot's pretty good wide for a shelf, especially once you put it on wheels. If you ever go to buy a shelf, usually if you put wheels on it, it doubles the price. So for sure, you're paying an extra $200 for wheels. And I don't want to brag, but sometimes you can get wheels at Harbor Freight for a couple bucks. There's different. You can spend $20 on a wheel or $50 on a wheel, or you can get a wheel for $5 or $10. It's totally up to you. But when you put it on a shelf, if you're going to buy that shelf, my God, it always seems like it's $50 to $100 more, if not double the price. You're going to pay $400 for a $200 shelf because it's got wheels on it. So keep that in mind. And then these are just the basic wheels. So finding the right hardware to put your wheels on sometimes, I guess, is a challenge. So I've noticed years ago I wanted to put wheels on something and they did not work out well. So you want to make sure you find the right connectors to get your wheels on, and then you're going on a product that's solid, especially if you're going to deal with any kind of heavy weight. So here's my slide out, rolling pantry, tool shelf, toy shelf, combo, everything. Making progress. It's not done, but I'll tell you, it's almost done. I don't really have to do anything else to it. The bottom was designed for boxes. The next shelf's designed for stuff that size. The next two shelves is, like I said, I can make them multiversal, universal. I like making up little words sometimes. I was really thinking about that. And I might put 2 little strips of wood and make it to where I can add 2 more narrow shelves in there. Because I could have a narrow shelf there and then one on top, like right there. I could add a shelf on top where I switch the wire around so I could have a slide in and out shelf. It's good for art projects for the kids. You never know where to put them little posters or those projects when they got stuff to glue and you want it to dry. You can't usually leave it laying around the living room if you got the ceiling fan going, or if you got dogs and cats jumping all around. You could slide it in there. So it's always nice to have a little poster shelf or a flat shelf or graph paper shelf or whatever kind of shelf you need. All right, well, we're making progress.